It must be showtime. It's showtime. Hi, everybody. That was fun. I'm glad to see you here. Hi, you guys. I love the chat because I can see you, but not see you, but see you. So hi, I'm Eve. Welcome to the Random Generators Improvised show on Zoom. Yeah, so we have been developing, I don't know, different kinds of formats, structures to play around with on Zoom because we love to improvise. So what you're going to see tonight is a format that we have been playing around with and developed. It's possible someone else is doing it, but not that I know of. So it's an improvised webinar. Narwhal, that's how I remember. So great to see you all here. I love that you're using the chat because that's like the feedback that the performers are going to get is going to be in the chat. So fantastic. Oh, I should warm you up. Hey, you could put in the chat, you could type in the chat your dessert that you like. And I see how long it takes. Waiting. Cheesecake, chocolate, pumpkin, oh, yummy. I'm already like feeling so much better. Not that I was feeling bad, but you know what I'm saying? It's a mood lifter. Oh, yummy. Chocolate chia pudding. Fantastic. Okay, cool. And also, if you could travel anywhere in the real or imaginary world, where would you go? That could also be fun. Oh, heaven. Okay, great. Narnia, that's what I was thinking too, actually. Hawaii right now, yes please. Thai countryside, fantastic. Oh, these are all places we should all go. We could pretend, or we could Zoom there for sure. Okay, fantastic. I'm just gonna, I think I'm checking my list, checking it twice. Yeah, okay. I'll speak to the format just a little bit and that, yes, it's a webinar. So what you're gonna be seeing, improvised characters mean in a webinar. You will have something to play in that. And I'll get back to you later on that. Okay, cool. I'm actually just going to introduce one of the players, one of the first players, and we'll take it from there. So I would like to bring onto the virtual stage, Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
Hey, hey.
What are 3 things you love about Zoom?
It connects me with good friends and family from all over the country. I get to do improv with my friends, and I get to fool around with goofy backgrounds, which I unfortunately don't have tonight.
That one's pretty goofy. Actually, that one you got right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll call on Yav.
Hello.
Hello. Yav, what are 3 things that you have in your closet right now?
Dress shirts, old ratty, should throw them away but haven't, winter coats, and a wetsuit. And I would like to introduce Jana. Jana, what are 3 things that you like about doing improv with Americans?
Oh, I love the American accent. I just think it's like super cute. I love it when I've got no idea what they're talking about. And I love it because I in general really love people, including Americans. I would like to call Libby. Hey, Libby.
Hi.
If you were to think of 3 webinars that you'd love to go to, what would they be?
Any webinar about fairies. And any webinar about fairy related things like little baby deer, foxes, mushrooms, little flowers that aren't real, little colored lights.
And the 3rd one?
Oh, fashion. I would like to introduce Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle. Hi. 3 subjects in college that you were afraid to take.
Organic chemistry, because I'm sane, and upper division philosophy, and inorganic chemistry.
We just have a quick shout out to statistics too, just saying, but
That,
carry
that
on.
was cool. Should I ask you 3 things, Eve?
No, you should introduce Ruth.
Ruth,
Ruth!
Hey,
After I just said statistics was cool, I was like, there's 5. We're good. It's 5. Ruth, with your mic unmuted, 3 things that you would really like to say right now, but you're not because you're editing yourself.
What? I was forgotten? Dang, I got to be last. And I still didn't get the answer to whether I needed to ask Eve 3 things or not.
Excellent. You do not. Fantastic. So these are our players. These are the random generators. There's more random generators, but these are the ones that are here in this moment for this show on Zoom. So what's going to happen now, ladies and gents and human beings, is we're going to ask you 2 questions, and I'm going to just disappear for just a moment, but you'll hear my voice. And the first question, and we want to see these answers in the chat, are, what would you like to know more about? I know, pretty open. What would you like to know more about in the whole wide world or beyond?
I see dolphins, Eve.
Thank you.
Dolphins.
Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
oh, and I would like to learn more about octopus gardens.
Octopus. Oh, thank you, spell check. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Here's the next question. That was really well done, everyone. What do you think is important to personal growth? And again, you know, for real or not so real, we're open. It could be carrots. I don't know. But what is important to personal growth?
I like curiosity.
Wonder Bread.
Comfort with nudity.
Okay, I have comfort with nudity, curiosity, and Wonder Bread. That's what I got going. Okay, I'm coming back now. Okay, this is really exciting for us because we have not done this with the audience before. We've only done it amongst ourselves, which is not nearly as much fun as having you here. I'm about to launch a poll, and you will see if it worked out. Oh gosh, let's see. Oh, that's not it. Dang it. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Somebody tell a joke.
I know you can do it, Eve.
I know.
Yeah, I believe in Eve. I believe in Eve. La 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 la.
How many people have ever tried to make a poll and failed?
Okay. I got it.
Totally.
Hey,
Hey!
I am a smart person. Okay. So we're going to launch a poll, and you, the audience, we can't vote, but you get to vote, and you're going to decide what this webinar is going to be about. Okay, here we go. I'm launching. Fingers crossed. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yes.
We can see it, but we can't vote.
ooh,
Only the audience.
Just the
Oh, they're
lucky
voting.
ones.
Oh, it's so exciting. Ooh.
What
Okay.
a vote, buddy.
They're voting.
You
They're
only
voting.
get to vote once.
Responses are coming in.
So don't they?
Unless you log in on multiple devices and then you can vote more than.
There's
Well,
no way
fine.
to, there's no voter fraud here.
They're still voting. We have 16 of 16. Okay, 17. Oh, this is fascinating. I want to do like an auction voice, like Octopus's garden is running ahead. Now with
That's like a horse races.
Dolphins
neck and
is-
neck.
Neck and neck with nudity.
Oh dear, Wonder Bread hasn't done very well. No, it's getting along. Oh,
Here comes curiosity though.
Here comes the dolphins.
catching up. Comfort with nudity. Oh, only one person wanted that.
how are you guys seeing these results?
Was that my
We're not,
sprout?
we're making it up, Yav.
Oh, it's improv.
You are? You don't see it?
No.
Oh,
Oh, I totally see it. It's really exciting. The audience, I wonder if they can see it. They can probably see it. Like
We're
can see
pretending we
little
can
lines.
see it.
Little blue lines are like going like this. That might be something I fix next time so you guys can actually see it. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay.
21 out of
Eve's
20.
having so much fun.
That's 80% participating. So maybe there's a couple people out there with iPads who are like, I don't even know how to do this. Totally fine. So what we have is
Can't see it on their phone.
57% say Octopus's Gardens. And the winner in what is important to personal growth is with 43% is curiosity.
Wow.
So we have, what do you want to know more about? Octopus's Gardens, octopi, the guard,
gardens. of
and
octopus.
what is important to personal growth? Curiosity. That's what we got. Okay, I'm ending the poll. Thanks, guys. Apparently that was more exciting for me than it was for the rest of the players, but I'm really happy right now.
Well, now can people see it now that you ended it? Does it display?
I don't know.
For the people?
Attendees, could you see it?
No.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, you just have to believe me.
You could be making it.
I solemnly swear. I told you the percent. 57% said Octopus Garden, 43% said Curiosity. Dang
We
it.
believe you.
All right. We'll have to do this again so that I can figure out that tech piece. All right. Okay, cool. So the next thing that's going to happen, so it's going to be a webinar about octopus experts and octopus gardens. That's the people who meet on this webinar. They're already experts in that or know a lot about it, or they're really interested in it. And there's going to be a special guest that will be presenting at this webinar. And that is a name on one of these pieces of paper. So one of the players is going to say when.
When?
Rochelle.
Oh.
Rochelle will be the expert guest that's going to come. So now all of the players are going to go ahead and go off stage. Go ahead, have a great show. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to just say a few things. And that is, so improvising on Zoom, for those, some of you guys in the audience have done it. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, some of you guys have done it. Some of you haven't. It's really weird. It works and it has some benefits. And it's also just really weird because you don't have that moment where you're like looking across the stage and you kind of make eye contact and you're kind of like, yeah, you and me, like we're going to go, like you just click in and somebody's there and you have to adjust in a totally different way. It's fascinating. And these guys have been doing an amazing job. So now I'm going to leave and we are going to start with our webinar on Octopus Gardens. And I'm changing my screen, so it'll be a cool thing. And here we go. Enjoy the show.
George, go on, out you go. Go on, love, out you go. You'll only be in tip way. No, that's good boy. Oh,
How are you, Marsha?
how are you doing? How are you doing? What can you remind me?
Randolph. Randolph is my name.
Yes, of course. I've met you a few times. I'm joining from Yorkshire. Whereabouts are you, Randolph?
I'm in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, isn't it fantastic that we can meet from all over the world? It's Marlon.
Hi guys.
How are your octopi doing these days?
Oh, I'm having a bit of a crisis with octopi. I'm thinking of shifting to penguins, but we can talk about that later.
I love your virtual background. We've got a real expert joining us today.
Oh, who is it?
They're going to lead seminar. I think she is called, I know she's the octopus queen, known as the octopus queen, Cynthia Backstop, I think it is. Cynthia Backstop, the octopus queen.
Oh.
I just call her, queen. She knows
Cynthia
everything.
Backstop. Remarkable name.
Oh, Tanafia.
Hey, I made it.
Hi, Tano.
Hey, Marlon. Wow, look at your penguin.
I know, I like your fish.
I
Oh.
do too.
Hey, Randolph, there we go again. Thank you.
Marcia, thanks for anchoring us again.
Thank you
It's
for
a-
hosting, Marsha.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I've got, the professional Zoom thing. Oh, there she is. Hey, love, you've got your mute thing on. So
Can't hear you.
unmute yourself.
Oh, darn it, I always do that. Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be here.
Well, goodness me, we've got how's things doing in the Midwest of
Oh.
United States of America?
It's a bit chilly. But chilly to us is like -5. So I only have to wear a light coat.
Lucy, it's lovely to have you join us this evening. So I think
Yeah. Hey, Lucy.
hello, love. I think the guests will be arriving shortly. Randolph, Marlon, Tonafia, and Lucy. And like I said, just the octopus queen.
Do you know, Marcia, do you know her topic? I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure from your memo.
Well, I heard she's an absolute expert on curiosity.
Are you all
Oh.
curious about what your expert looks like?
Oh, I am.
I'm so curious.
Very much so. Yeah.
I want to see you.
Hello.
Oh,
You
I'm
look like
Cynthia.
you're-
Cynthia Backstop, and I'm here to pique your curiosity.
Is it all right if we also can call you the queen of the octopuses? I know it's a sort of name that you've been called back, Miss Backstop.
I'd be honored to be called the queen.
Oh, fantastic.
That would be
Oh,
fantastic.
I just want to say that your book on octopus morphology was really life-changing for me.
Mm.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
The biggest secret about that book is that it was kind of easy because chapter 1 was kind of hard, but then chapters 2 through 9 just kind of repetitive,
Mm.
wrote themselves.
Oh, it's a wonderful book. And I hear there's some thought of it turning into a movie. A lot, there's the other octopus movie, the other one, but then there'll be yours.
I cannot confirm or deny
Oh,
that
well,
a
I'm
movie's in the
curious.
works.
Marcia, perhaps we should let Cynthia speak.
So you're a group of octopus garden experts. That's fantastic. I'm so honored to be here, and so pleased to meet all of you. Wait a minute, Marlon.
Oh, you noticed. My octopus Barry is showing a lot of attitude lately. And he and I, we go way back, but there's only so much you can put up with. And so I'm doing this for him. Maybe he'll, come around.
I've met you in Barrie.
Yes,
Don't you remember?
I do remember at the boardwalk.
Down in Monterey at the boardwalk.
That's right. That's right. You had an octopus on a leash. It was amazing.
And then there you were with Barry, and we instant connection.
Right.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I'm trying to picture an octopus on a leash. Is it like inside an aquarium? So like you have an aquarium on wheels and you have the leash and the octopus is still under the, I'm like totally baffled by this.
Tenofia, is that how you pronounce your name?
Tenofia, yes.
Tenofia, this is beautiful. You're just gonna lean into that curiosity, my friend. Just feel it in your body, and like that's what we're gonna be doing. This 3-day workshop I get to spend with you, octopus garden experts, octopus enthusiast to octopus enthusiast. Oh, I'm just thrilled. So let me meet the rest of you. Can we go around the room? Marcia, tell us a little smidge about yourself.
Well, I'd love to share. So as you know, I'm on a slightly different time warp. So if I become a little bit tired because I'm over in the United Kingdom, I'm from Yorkshire, the north of England, and my main experience and passion has been going to Greece every summer and swimming with octopuses. Oh, I love it. And I'm just, oh, queen. The queen of octopuses. I'm so delighted and enamored, and I just think you're absolutely wonderful. I've read everything that you've written, and you know, I really am. Oh, I can't wait for this weekend, but I better shut up. I'm a bit of a talker. Somebody else's turn.
How about Randolph? How about a little about yourself?
My name is Randolph Hurst, and I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and my entire garage complex is just a big aquarium filled with octopi. I've got George and Sanders and Holly Lou and Jimmy Joe and a number of other octopi, but I don't want to get too much into it. But I'm just fascinated, and I am very curious to know what the intention behind this workshop is.
Oh, I thought it would have been in the advertisement, Randolph. We're learning how curiosity, the experience of curiosity, and the stretch that curiosity brings to the mind can enhance your relationship with your octopus, your relationship with their gardens, and just deepen your understanding and experience of the octopus garden all around.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
All elements, all factors. Is what
you're
going to be so in tune with your curiosity and your octopus and their gardens by the end of this.
That sounds most excellent.
It's going to be amazing. So, Tenofia, why don't you say a little about yourself?
Okay, I have been fascinated by octopus gardens for a long time, and I actually have focused in, really niched in here to the kinds of things that they like to have nearby them. So like the garden itself more than the octopus, you know, the octopus is kind of, it's like, okay, but the garden around it has been my focus. And also I've sub-niched a little onto the effects of the ink when the octopus gets scared and shoots out ink. Some fish die when that happens.
To know
Tanny's-
oh, sorry.
Tanny's a little shy about admitting it, but she's an author too. She has the Octopus Garden coloring book. It's wonderful.
Yes, and her gardens are fantastic, and she's a strict vegan. She doesn't like animals or fishes to be harmed.
I've done some work. I've done some work in Spain too, because they still eat octopus there.
Oh.
So I have a good friend who does some work I collaborate with there too. Thank you for letting me share and for being here. I'm super excited.
Do you like to be called Tanny or?
Either way, Tenofia or Tanny's fine. I don't mind, whatever you like.
Tell us about your background. Is that like an aquarium that you have behind you? It's so beautiful.
Yes, it is one of the, it's actually comes from a mural that's on my wall. I like to visualize that I'm in an aquarium. It's one of my favorite visualizations. And I've got one of the rooms in my house is surrounded with these pictures, and I pretend that I'm in the octopus garden, and that's how I intuitively know it needs to be there.
I'd love to see it sometime. But I guess we should let Lucy talk.
Hi, I'm Lucy. I'm from Michigan. And, you know, I really love the octopus. And sometimes you say octopi, but I just think that sounds like apple pie. And I just say no, octopuses, because it seems right. But what I'm really, and what Marlon helps me with is that he goes out and he tags octopuses out there in the ocean for me. And I listen to it with my sonar equipment here in Michigan. And I really like to talk to octopuses because they're so intelligent, they're so smart, and they're really funny. They're really funny. And they say, you know, I know that Tanny is just not into like, you know, eating animals, but they encourage me to eat different octopus out there in sushi land. And I do, and it's amazing. And, you know, because of Google and because of Amazon, you can get all kinds of different species.
Okay. Okay, Lucy, thanks so much for sharing. And Marlon, we all know you, so you don't have to go. So for our first assignment, I'm going to send you into breakout room. So, you know, this is randomly assigned. You don't know who you're going to end up with. It'll be fun little, be curious. Who knows who you're going to end up in the little breakout room. And then in your breakout room, what I want you to explore is if there was one question that you could stand to not have answered this whole weekend, what would it be? What is your one question that you could tolerate not knowing the answer to?
Oh, interesting. Oh, how curious. We'll go into the break rooms then, should we?
Go on to your breakout rooms.
Hello, Marlon.
Randolph, I got to admit that the question that popped to mind for me that I suppose I could be okay not knowing is why do you talk down to me so much?
I don't believe I do, Marlon. I consider you a friend. It's just my Kentucky accent. It makes me sound like I talk down to people because it's rather proper.
So you're okay with me?
Yes, you're a bit of a goofball, but I like that about you, Marlon.
Okay. All right. But you answered the question. So now I don't know what to talk about.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you, brother. Well, as far as I can say, I don't have a question right now, and that's what bothers me completely. And I'm scared to talk about that. I have a question about my questions.
Albert, stay. Come on, out. Oh.
So that's
Sorry.
that's the third thing. So Lucy, I've already been talking too much. We need to move on to you.
Yeah, I have to say, Tanny, you often, you know, dominate the conversation and.
Well, at least I don't eat octopuses.
Oh,
Well, you know that we basically have the same philosophy when it comes to that. You don't, and I do.
so now you two, we're having a bit of conflict here, right? I understand that between the eaters and the non-eaters, and I do, you know, my question is like, I don't want to know any octopus's recipes this time around. I'm really not interested in that. I do like, you know, the real life, but you know, each to their own, you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, Marcia, but I talk to them and they say, hey, Lucy, just go ahead and do what you feel is right. And, you know, and I say, wow, you have a Southern accent, octopus, and they're from all over, you know, like Hawaii and Russia and those kind of things.
Lucy, let Tanavia just talk.
Well, Lucy's you've got all this fancy listening equipment. If you could listen to them when you go to kill them and eat them, they would go, ah! It's not going to be in any accent. They're dying. It's not right. It's not right.
Back in a minute. So honestly, you two, it's flatching.
Hi, folks.
Oh,
Okay.
Howdy.
Queen.
How are you holding up? It's been a long day, especially for you, Marcia.
It has been a long day. Yes, because now it's middle of night for me, but I'm so happy to be here. Queen of the octopuses. I've read everything that you've written.
That's so nice, Marcia. Tanafia, can you tell us one thing that maybe you learned today?
Honestly, this is the first time I've learned that Lucy eats octopuses.
Do we have to bring this up?
That's such a great topic. Yeah. Yeah. And, listening in, because I can, on some of the breakout rooms, it just sounds like the topic of food has just been like so nourishing for folks today and kind of like crunchy and maybe a little salty. So, what I want you to do for homework is to connect with your octopi or your octopus as best you can. Lucy, if you have to do it through this means of radio, whatever that is, that's fine.
Not Tammy.
And do your best to really understand the octopus experience of eating other animals like crabs and sea stars, really connect with them about that crunch and that.
Oh, what a fabulous project for us. I'm absolutely curious. And I know a lot of us have been sort of, it's a little bit Californian and everything, but channeling octopuses and, really kind of, I know Tanophobia is rather psychic as well. So I'm sure she'll be able to do this.
Oh, Tanny's kind of psychic. Oh, that's
yes.
great. Yeah, so spend your evening, Marcia. I totally understand if you have to go to bed and then get up in the morning. But yeah, come back tomorrow and tell us what you've learned from your octopi about their food when they eat starfish and larval crabs and all those marvelous, crunchy, salty, living sea creatures that they eat. See you tomorrow.
See you
Thanks.
tomorrow, everybody.
Bye, Tanny.
Bye. Bye, Marlon.
Lucy, you're still there, Lucy? You still there?
Yeah, I just clicked out, but I clicked back in.
How are you doing, lovely? She's been a bit mean, hasn't she?
Marcia, why can't I just be myself?
Well, you just do the project and perhaps that'll really help you out. She's always been a bit, a bit of a bully towards you, hasn't she?
She's a big bully.
Any case, love, I've got to go. I'm absolutely tired.
Marcia.
Oh, darling, no, you just go and do your homework and we'll see you in the morning, all right?
Okay, Marcia.
Okay, darling, we'll see you in the morning. Toodaloo.
I was up all night talking to Mary.
How you doing, Marlon?
I was up all night with Mary.
Yes, Sanders and I had a very long conversation about shellfish and whatnot.
Yeah. Who knew? Who knew they had so much to say?
So much to say.
Oh my goodness. I learned a lot though.
Lucy, are you feeling any better this morning, darling?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Last night with my dinner, I didn't have any octopi. And I didn't see. Oh my goodness, you guys are such a big influence. And it was quite interesting. And I re-listened. Marlon, we tagged Fred and Ginger, you know how like the two that always like dance together. Anyway, I re-listened to the sonars that I took recordings of, and I had a whole different interpretation about it.
Oh, yeah. Did you try slowing it down like I suggested?
I did.
Yeah.
Go on, off you go.
That was a good suggestion.
Sorry, I'm a bit late, everybody.
Hi, Marcia.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Hi, Tanafia. Tanafia.
Annie, hello.
Marla. How's everybody doing? I managed to get a bit of shut eye. Marlon, you look absolutely exhausted.
I had such a long talk with Barry. Oh my God, it went on all night, and I learned a lot. I had no idea he felt as strongly as he does.
That's your oldest octopus, right?
It's my oldest and only surviving.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Felt that strongly about you, Marlon?
Oh well, he's reasonably happy in his tank, and he likes the walks, and his concern is more global. He's concerned about his species, and we don't need to go into the whole thing.
Well, I connected with Ringo very profoundly, actually. You know, he's in the bathtub. I keep him in the bathtub, but he's got everything that he needs. And he told me, you know, it's not that he told me, I just listened to him really carefully. And he was like, yes, I love the crunchy, crispy food. And he was asking me to take him back to Greece, which I might do this summer because it's a long time to be in a bathtub, isn't it?
Marcia, what's the frequency on your bathtub?
What did you say, Lucy, love?
What's the frequency level in your bathtub?
Oh, 83.56.
Thank you.
Yeah, you get that written down.
I did.
Queen of the octopuses. Good morning. We're all here. We're all assembled.
Hi, who's got some octopus information to report? Oh, Marlon, of course, please. How is Barry?
Barry's good, and he really likes the crunchy, crispy. His one tooth, oh man, he goes to town with that. It's just part of nature's web, he says. Part of nature's web.
Wonderful.
He's a wise one, isn't he? Oh,
Yeah.
the two of you make such a cute couple, little Marlon and Barry. Oh, I'll never forget.
It was a good convo. It was really good.
Marcia, your hands up.
I'd like to say that I really would like to see Lucy and Tanafia getting on a little bit better on today's webinar. I'd just like to put that out there. The octopuses get on together. So that's all I'm saying.
That's so interesting. Well, all eyes are on you, Lucy and Tanny.
Apparently.
I will speak. I had an epiphany. A freaking epiphany. I kid you not. I don't even remember what the homework was, but I went back into my aquarium room and I meditated and I connected in with octopus consciousness. And I recognized I started to become an octopus in this meditation. And I realized that I had my tentacles where they didn't belong.
Oh, that girl.
Fantastic.
And that's what happens when you have more tentacles than you realize.
Right. And so I pulled them back into myself and went into the shade. So I was in the octopus's garden in the shade.
Oh,
And that's all I have. That's all I have. But I feel totally different. And I have to say, Lucy, I am so sorry. My tentacles were slapping you in a way that was not appropriate, and I'm sorry.
But Tanny, what you have experienced is so profound and so deep. And I want you involved in my next book. Would you do that? It's so great. But the
Yeah,
next
I'm pretty
step,
sure I'll meditate on it, but yeah.
the next step, right? And of course, you're not ready to make that kind of commitment, because the next step is for you to take all 8 of your tentacles and reach back out with them and come out of the shade. Oh, I cannot wait to watch you blossom in that way, Tanny. So exciting. Okay, I suppose Lucy should talk.
Well, I have to say, I'm just quite flabbergasted right now. Tammy, are you saying that? I don't even know if I understand what you're saying. That maybe my influence has changed, like in the shade, and then you're in the light, and then you're because you were curious.
I think my curiosity that I got from this webinar, like I said, I don't even remember the assignment, but I just went into the aquarium room, curious, and discovered this thing about myself and what I was doing to you. And I'm just parked. I was like parked in the shade for a bit while I pull my tentacles back in.
Wonderful. Will we be
So,
going into
so wise.
so wise?
Don't
Will we be
even-
going into breakout rooms this morning?
Absolutely. I'm moments away from sending you into a breakout room,
Oh,
because
sorry.
what we've all just realized, some of us experientially and some of us just from listening to Tenofia and Marlon, is that octopi are all psychic, and so can we be if we can connect with the octopus. So, to the breakout room and explore that challenging idea that you and your octopus are both psychic. Bye.
Wonderful.
How are you, Tanny?
I'm good, Randolph. How are you?
Feeling better since I saw you.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got to be in a room together. You didn't say much just now. So what's up with you and your curiosity?
Well, I went into my aquarium with no question at all. I just went in to be with the octopi. And I sat there with Sanders, who's the oldest of the octopi, and I just let him hold me. And he held me all night. And he whispered things to me that I can't even understand. But at the end of it, I felt like my mind was an open book. And I felt free. And I did have a psychic connection with my octopus. And I felt good. And, well, it's brought me to a new level of consciousness that I never thought possible.
Wow. Wow. I've always thought you were super connected in, Randolph, and that really shows that that's true. Yeah. You know, we ought to think about going into business together, really.
Well, I'd be happy to discuss a proposition with you. You have anything in mind?
We'll talk.
Albert, just keep out of here. I'm on the webinar. Please go away. Oh, sorry.
The first time was when he shot the water in the kitchen into the cabinet and moved the cocoa to the front.
That darn guy.
And that's just one example.
I just would like to come back just for a moment, that she's chosen Tanophobia for her book and
I
not,
don't think
one of us. I know
I-
that I shouldn't be focusing on that, but I just had to say something else about it.
Marcia, I haven't said anything until now, but I think you are too hard on her. I do. I think you're just too hard on her. I think you're judging her with foreign eyes, and you have to look at her as an American.
Maybe-
I have to agree with you, Marcia. I mean, Cynthia is a wonderful person. I mean, this is the first time I've met her, online, but her books are wonderful and you're wonderful. And
I've been
And
doing it. I've been doing it a lot longer than her, though. I know what you're saying, Marlon, and I know what I've got to do. I've got to get into the tub with Ringo.
you've got to do it, Marcia. You have to get in the tub.
Skin
Ringo-
to skin, skin to skin.
Wraps his tentacles around me in the bathtub, and we're there together, and somehow he gives me courage and nurturance and willpower and more courage. Oh,
And he brings
Okay.
out your softer side.
That's
Oh,
right.
Marlon, thank you, dear. You're a super help. You're a fantastic person. Oh, Lucy's gone already.
All right, I'm gonna go.
No,
What?
look, one more thing. Do you really think I should have got chosen to be in the book, Marlon? And do you think I should? I know.
No, I think Tanny's a good choice. Bye.
Albert, just stay out of this room. Bloody hell.
Hey, folks. I've just got a message from my octopus. I don't feel comfortable revealing his name or his photo at this time because the social media can be such a threatening place. But he's telling me that there's an Albert in some distress. And does that check out with any of you?
Albert? Who's got an octopus called Albert? Lucy, isn't one of yours called Albert?
Marcia, you're always saying something about Albert. Is that a husband or a dog?
No. I think Lucy's got an octopus called Albert.
Come on, we've all heard you talk about your Albert, Marcia.
Oh dear, did you hear it?
Yes, we did.
Well,
Out
I
with it.
know. It's my husband. He keeps trying to join the webinar because he's very jealous. And I keep trying to say, no, you're not coming into the room. And I sort of tried to pretend it was a kitty cat, but it's Albert keeps trying to come in. He wants to be part of the webinar.
He doesn't even like octopuses.
He hates octopuses. And he doesn't like Greece either. He hates going to Greece. Bloody Albert, because he can hear.
Well, you know what it is? It's curiosity.
Well, you're probably right. And Lucy, didn't you name one of your octopuses after from my Albert? I thought you said love.
Yes, and I didn't ever think this would come out to light. I did never, I tell you, I did never mean to cause any pain. But when I was a girl, I just have to say, I flushed a pet octopus down the toilet.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
And it was named Albert.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think that's so bad.
Marlon,
But
where's
they're
your
tough. They're tough. I mean, you
where's
could
your
put an
compassion?
octopus. Well, you could put an octopus through a ringer. A little flush is not going to hurt an octopus.
He's going into the septic system.
And perhaps psychically, that's what's happened to my Albert. It's sort of a connect. Is that right, Queen of the Octopuses?
Oh, absolutely. There's definitely a psychic connection between your husband over there in England and Lucy in the Midwestern United States. Absolutely. That
I
is
don't
what's
want to
happening.
be in your bloody webinar. You can stuff your blood. Albert, please. I'm ever so sorry.
Gosh, Lucy, he sounds a little hostile.
No, he's all right. He's gone now. Everything's okay.
I'm curious about something, and I think that's what this whole thing's about, right?
Curiosity.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I'm curious about what's going to happen tomorrow and what we have to do tonight. And I'm curious about what curiosity is supposed to do for being octopus people. Like I'm just like I'm super curious. So if that was your intention, was to create curiosity, you've got it, sister. I am freaking curious right now.
So Tenofia, you're at a little bit at a different level than the rest of the class. So your next step is to satisfy that curiosity by taking your 8 tentacles and stretching them out into 8 different directions. This is exactly where you need to be. But now the rest of us, I'm taking this lesson plan. See this lesson plan? I have this whole lesson plan in front of my octopus garden background, and I'm just throwing it away. Because what we have to do is we all have to write a letter to Albert the flushed octopus, who's the same, who has the connection to Albert Marcia's husband.
I think
And
you're right.
write a letter to Albert and tell him everything that's in your heart. You know, octopi have 3 hearts. Find your 3 hearts, and all of them could tell you something different. And write Albert a letter tonight and be ready to tell us what the letter said tomorrow.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Including you, Lucy.
I'll do it.
Good night.
I'm up for it.
See you tomorrow. I'll hold you all.
All right.
Marlon, how did your letter writing go?
Oh my goodness, it was revelatory.
I don't understand. I don't even know this Albert, the husband or the octopus.
Well, Marcia yells at him every time we're on a call, and the octopus.
Hello, I'm Albert, and I'm joining the call today. All right, she's gone off shopping, and I'm going to be on that call. All right, it's lies what she said about me because I like octopuses. Oh,
Is
hello.
Marcia really okay?
Marcia's fine. She's gone shopping. All right, and I'm going to be here for the rest of the webinar. My name's Albert.
Did you do the homework?
Of course I did bloody homework. What do you think I am, a daft bollock?
Queen Cynthia, we have a bit of a situation, darling.
Albert.
We have a infiltrator.
Where's Marcia?
Marsha's gone shopping. She's fine. I'm sitting in on the seminar, or whatever you call it, webinar.
Why would she shop at the pinnacle of the webinar, Albert?
Well, I talked to Cynthia Backstop, and she said I could join, didn't you? Didn't you, Cynthia?
I'm so happy to have you.
See? I'm in.
So, okay. I have stretched, and I am completely available to hear all of your letters.
Wonderful.
And Albert is here. Lucy, do you have anything that you'd like to say to, are we all here? Just checking. We're all here.
All except
Except for
Marsha.
Marsha.
Well, maybe Marsha will join later. She's just gone to do a bit of shopping.
Is she? Great.
Well, I was prepared to read the letter,
Why?
but now Marcia's not here, and so I'm just confused. And is
Aren't you-
Marcia okay?
Aren't you curious?
That's what I was
Lucy?
wondering.
I am
all right.
curious.
Concerned.
Marsha, come on in. She'll be up in a minute. She's fine. She's fine. She just came in with to
Thank
shopping.
Because I'm not getting a good feeling about this.
Nor am I.
Read your
Oh,
letter.
it's just psychic.
Cynthia, please help us through this dilemma.
I want to hear Lucy's letter. You've got Albert right in front of you. Please.
Okay, I'll have to trust you. Dear Albert, you were my friend, and I feel bad that I flushed you down the toilet when I got mad at you
Oh,
for squirting ink in my eye and ruining my best shirt.
Yeah.
I hope that you don't harbor bad feelings towards me because of it. And I know that you are in a better place. Love, your friend, Lucy.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, as the other Albert, that actually makes me feel very nice.
That was very helpful. Thank you so much, Queen Cynthia, because it feels really good to say those words out loud. And I know that Albert would be okay.
Randolph, do you have anything you'd like to say to Albert?
To Albert?
Me,
Well,
Albert.
you seem, which Albert are we talking about?
Well, I don't see the difference myself.
Well, one is a tiny little octopus flushed down a toilet, and the other is a gruff old Englishman who seems to have done something with his wife. They seem very different to me.
Marsha's fine, Randolph. Let's see. Have you got a letter? Did you write a letter?
Well, I did write a letter, and I was very confused in my mind because I'd never met either Albert, but I let bygones be bygones, and I wrote until the sunrise. And at the end of it all, I was confused and alone, but still curious. So I guess that's a lesson of some sort. Right?
It's time to hide covered in shells for Randolph. How about you, Marlon?
Well, I had trouble writing the letter, so I took some dictation from Barry.
Very
And
good.
he says, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Barry says to remember that octopuses have 3 hearts. The octopus heart that connects to all octopuses, and the human heart that connects to the humans that choose to keep and eat us. And of course, the universal heart, which is the heart of all things that we should all always remember, all of us, everyone. He was very emphatic about that.
Well, that's lovely. Are you in California, Marlon?
I am, yeah.
Oh, I thought so, yeah.
So back to Albert and Albert.
Oh,
Once Albert was Lucy's little octopus that squirted ink and got flushed. And the Albert that's sitting in front of us now, don't you also sometimes squirt ink?
a little bit. Here on, hang on a minute. I can hear
Is that a
something.
euphemism?
He looked a, you know, he
Let me in. Come on.
he looked a little flushed
It's
to
my
me.
It's
It's
my
the
blood.
Marcia, are you okay?
Oh my goodness. I'm back. I'm back,
Marcia.
everybody. Oh,
We were so worried about you,
oh, yeah,
Marcia.
you were always just such an old kind of octopusy kind of person, tentacles all over the place. But he's all right, you know, he just wanted to sit in a bit on the webinar. And I think he was very interested to see Queen of the Octopuses, and he was hoping that I might be in her book.
Oh, really? Well, the story of Albert the octopus connecting with Albert, your husband, has certainly intrigued me. And it's definitely something that I'd like to explore, Marcia, but it's Albert that I'm interested in. He has that aggressive ink squirting quality, and I just know he's the same. And sometimes octopi eat octopi. So I am glad you're alive, Marcia. That's good.
I'm definitely alive, but you've got me a bit worried here. What about Ringo? Albert's not going to eat Ringo, is he?
You might need to check.
Oh, hang on, I'm just going to check now.
Check.
Cynthia, I changed my name like you said I should.
Love your tiara.
I'm so I've decided to be in your book.
Here's my tentacle reaching out to you, Tanny.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
oh,
that's so nice.
oh.
Maybe we all could get mentioned.
Albert?
I-
Albert?
it's
Albert,
me.
is that you?
It is
Albert?
me. And it is me, and everything's fine here. And Marcia's with Ringo in the bathtub.
But Albert, is that you? That you got flushed in Michigan and you got sent out to sea and you ended up in Yorkshire?
Yeah, right, love, it is. You know, I don't really go for this Californian stuff, but it is. It's reincarnation.
Oh,
And I am Albert.
Do you forgive me, Albert?
I love you, Lucy, because you gave me the opportunity to be reincarnated to Albert in Yorkshire.
Oh,
Thank you, Lucy.
Lucy.
I-
you can hear him without the sonar.
oh, thank you, Albert. Oh, my 3 hearts are so glad.
Oh.
I'm as beautiful as this is, I'm concerned about Randolph's capacity for curiosity, actually. He seems overwhelmed with perplexion. Are you okay, Randolph?
Well, I can see there's a lot of personal agendas at play, and I just wanted to say that this webinar for me was about curiosity, and I just want to keep it that way. I don't want all this fattened about being in somebody's book. We're talking about octopi and curiosity, and that should be the lesson and the morality of our group of octopus garden enthusiasts. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
And
Thank you.
Hang on a minute. Come on, then, look.
if I don't say, I must say this is my best webinar I've ever presented. It's magnificent. Oh,
Marcia.
Marcia.
Oh, what a healing. Oh, it's just wonderful. Albert really knows who he is now and the connection to Lucy and this whole curiosity thing. Oh, my dear, lovely friends, I love you so, so much. He is healed. He seems like a different man.
Can
Just
you
be
bring him
careful of
back
the
one
ink.
more time?
Sorry, can you speak separately, please?
Go on, Randolph.
I just want to ask Albert a question.
Oh, all right. Hang on, I'll go and see if I can find him. Albert.
In the meantime, Rudolph, I just want to say thank you for those advices on the sushi places in Michigan. I haven't tried it. If they're on my list.
Well, Albert, I just wanted to know, since now we have an octopus in human form, what is it like to be an octopus?
It's absolutely wonderful.
That's what I thought. And that's why I have so many in my garage aquarium.
I actually want to get back to the bathtub with Ringo. Bye-bye, everybody.
Now we know who our next guest is gonna be, right? Someone who is actually an octopus in human form. Marcia, Albert has to be our next guest, hands down.
Marcia.
I second that notion.
Oh, we get to be in the book, right?
Maybe.
If Albert can come back and share his octopus reality, you guys are in.
We're in the book. Hooray!
Okay, let's wave ourselves out. Bye, everybody.
See everybody.
Special thank you to our guest.
Thank
Albert,
you.
want that?
And thank you, everyone. Oh my gosh, improv, you never know what's going to happen. And now we know. Now we know that, well, I don't know. I still don't encourage you to flush any creatures through the toilet just to, see if they do travel to another country and are reincarnated. Probably not. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So players, come on out and take a bow, a wave, as it were, to your fabulous audience. Bravo with 8 hands. Very nice. Hi, Azure. Yeah, crazy. It could only happen here. It could only happen here. This is not going to happen anywhere else. So thanks everybody for joining us this evening. If anyone has any questions, thank you. You can pop in the chat. We'll hang out for about a minute before we skedaddle on our way. Nice splashing. You're getting hugs with 8 arms. I love that.
Thank everybody. Thank you for
thank you
being
so
here
much.
and watching
Thanks
us.
for coming.
Craziness. Now you know what we've been doing Tuesday nights.
Yep.
Not this exact thing,
No,
but
I was gonna say, I was thinking about that earlier. Like, what were some of the other webinars?
Trolls and earwax. The seminar about trolls and the earwax.
Trolls and earwax. Yep. Uh-huh.
Right.
There was a Wiccan one, like Wiccan
Oh
101.
yeah, it was a Wiccan webinar. Yeah.
mad scientists.
Math scientists and
Hmm.
What was it?
I can't remember, just the mad scientists.
Yeah.
oh yeah, and there was like a superhero sidekick thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We were all sidekicks.
And curiosity was lovely.
It was such a great Beatles reference tonight, though, with the music starting and then the octopus garden. Oh my
Who
goodness.
knew that was the initial offer? Just
Right.
the pre-show music ended up being the offer. Yeah, so these guys
Albert
have been
Hall.
playing together. So one of the questions is, how did you find each other? How long have you been improvising together? So they all found each other through taking classes with me, actually, years ago in person. And then when COVID happened, obviously we had a moment of like, well, improv on Zoom. Honestly, my initial reaction was like, no, icky. And then I was like, well, oh, actually, it could be kind of cool. It's just sort of, it's a different art form. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. But I don't know, how long have you guys been playing together?
In various different outcroppings, but random generators, has that been
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years?
4
4 or
years.
5 years or something like that.
Yeah, some of us, yeah.
Kind of terrifying.
Yeah, some of us were improvising together like 9-10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what Carol says, Zoom, yes, and.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some cool things because of the background thing, and some of us have enough space where we can kind of do crossovers. You can, do some different things where you're coming in. Yeah, there goes Yav, it's the background. Some of us have found a cute little remote control things so that you can mute yourself or tune your camera on or off from a remote control. That's kind of fun. And also I think it brings a different kind of spontaneity. Like I said, because you can't look off stage and see each other. You can only see each other once you are already on stage.
And you just have all your props around you.
There's a question here for you, Eve. Someone's asking, do you offer
Yeah,
online
yeah,
improv classes?
I did teach a beginning online class, and it was a little clunky, but I think I've learned a lot since then. So it's possible that I would teach another beginning improv class online. I'm such a fan. That beginning class is so yummy and juicy. It's hard for me to switch that gear to do it online, but it's possible. You can always get in touch with me. I'll be rolling out some new classes in January, and I've had some requests for, or if you have experience, then we could put you in an experience class too. So reach out, let me know.
And how would
Really
people
fun
reach
if you
out to
haven't done
you?
it.
Through the Amazons?
Yeah,
perhaps?
go to amazons.com and just message me through there, and then I'll track you down.
Yeah, if
Daniel?
anybody wants
So
to,
if you haven't done it, it's great. Give it a shot. Change your
especially,
life.
Yes, that's it. You got it, Lynette. Yep. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks again, everybody. Have a wonderful night, and stay warm and cozy, and venture out and get some brisk, fresh air when that is the thing to do too. So thanks again for joining us.
Thank you, Eve.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Eve, for leading us through that craziness.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys
Thanks
in the
everyone
post.
for attending.
yeah,
Okay. Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.